Hi, guys, Trudy here, and I really want to talk a little bit about suicide by debt. Now, this is kind of like a strange topic for me. It's not the space I tend to play in terms of the whole mental health thing. But some of you may know I'm back in school doing my master's in pastoral counseling. The reason for that is, I already pursued a master's level program in Jamaica. That's a story in itself. But this time around, I figured I'm already doing biblical coaching and I wanted, and I've had some unofficial coaching training. What does that mean? I've had coaches myself and I've done a lot of online courses and stuff, but I wanted to get a credential that with a quick look at my resume, it would be readily accepted. So in doing this program, they had us do this class, the certification course, which I'm not, oh, you won't see it because it's mostly blue. Maybe you can see the topic. It's a suicide certification program. And because the cover is blue, it's fading into my background. But it's a certification program in suicide. And one of the statistics that they shared is that not only suicide, the 10th leading cause of death in the United States, but one of the causes for suicide was debt. And debt is definitely a space I play in. And guys, for Christians, I really want to raise the alarm on two levels. For one, if we're pursuing stewardship as the pages of the Bible tell us to, we should have a better control over moving into that level of debt. Not that we're immune to it, but we should be more equipped around that matter. The next thing is the whole space of the suicide or the mental health side of it, also something that our faith is very instrumental in supporting. That does not mean we should not get support, a professional support. In fact, my whole call to my call to action is to get professional help, whether it's professional help with your finances or professional help if you need it for your mental health. Guys, sometimes we just need the professionals to hold our hand and to give us the support that we cannot do and that DIY strategies just will not take care of. So again, not only am I pursuing this certification course as part of my master's program, but I just wanted to raise this issue because for people to be going to the point where the debt feels so overwhelming that they feel they need to take their life. Guys, please, please, please let me raise the alarm right now. Seek help before it gets to that point. Now, my mission is the misunderstood space of faith and money, of Christianity and money. Right now, we have programs and software to help, especially the Christian entrepreneur, move rapidly from self-funding your business, taxing your personal finances and your family funds to a position of profit. Even if you are, you have a job and you're getting a salary, you can still use some of the money management strategies that I teach. So, guys, I just want to really raise this issue. It's not a conversation topic that I've really even wanted to talk about. I'm not really a mental health person. But if your finances are leading you to have suicide ideations, then I must have some level of conversation on this topic. So, guys, honestly, here's the thing. I come from a third world country. Most of you know I'm from Jamaica. But within that country and many others like it, the poverty level is so crazy. Guys, it takes very little for us to survive. Trust me when I say that. You can go to any of the most depressed parts of the world, or even right in our own backyard with the homeless, and see it doesn't take very much money to exist. The homeless person may go for days without a meal. They're still there on their corner. It doesn't take that much money to exist. What extra money does for us, and increasing amounts of it does, is it adds to our quality of life experience. But to exist does not take that much money. So if your debt is of such that the creditors are calling and you're just overwhelmed, yes, I can understand the thoughts. Trust me, I've had them from time to time. They do fly by, but I promise you, the thoughts that enter your head are placed there in the same way that God can put inspired thought into your head. In other words, you didn't necessarily think it up. The devil dropped that seed of the suicide thoughts in your head, and then you ran with it. So I'm inviting you to kick the devil out of your head. Kick him out. Don't give him any rent space in your head. Okay, just completely get him out. The Bible says to renew our minds. So if your debt is so overwhelming that you're having suicide ideations, I'm imploring you to seek professional help. Now, you may need mental health help for those thoughts, but you absolutely will need some strategic financial help. Now, you can't make nothing out of nothing. So sometimes you literally have to bankrupt that situation. There are times when that tool needs to be deployed. Just take that bankruptcy, put that slate behind you, and start over. I'm telling you guys, it does not take that much money to live. And yes, you may be homeless and without a meal, and you'll still be here, because it takes a whole lot more than that for us to die. So unless you do something to make yourself die, you're not just going to die because you're hungry and you're homeless. So if you are at that point, you just decide to start over. You're at the bottom. There's nowhere else to go but up. Maybe you do have to leave some things behind. Maybe you have to take those ideas of grandeur out of your head and just accept where your new starting point is, and just start again, start over, and do it right the next time. But I can tell you, being a paralegal, I know for a fact that people have had one bankruptcy are just like with if you've had one divorce, you are at high risk for having another. Because if you do not learn from your mistakes, you're likely to repeat them. For the same reason that fat people, if they drop weight, will gain the weight again. Because guys, there are lifestyle habits or behaviors that need to change. And even if you get some windfall and suddenly land up with millions of dollars, it will not take long before you're right back in a debt situation if your behaviors have not changed. So financial behavior is important. And this is why, guys, I don't like it when people demonize or worship a credit score. It's just data. It is a third-party database that simply looks at your financial behavior and gives you a score. That's all it is. And that score does not give a whole picture. It does not declare that you were ill and lost your job. It doesn't declare that you had a death of the breadwinner. It doesn't declare any of those things. It's just a score of behavior. It's all it is. And with time, that score can and will change. But some people demonize it, and I won't name the camp that likes to do that. And then there's some that worship it at the altar of the almighty credit score. It's just a score. But guys, honestly, it does give a reflection of current financial behavior. And that's why it is an impartial and an objective place to begin to see where you might be at, and then take the necessary steps. It might be that you need to declare bankruptcy. I don't encourage that. There are things you can do to avoid that, but you may have to do that. And when it comes to your mental health, if you are already thinking of suicidal thoughts, you may need a team approach where you have the mental health side as well as the financial side. And I have that complete package, guys. I have both. I have the mental health support on my team, and I can help. In fact, my mother and I co-authored a pre-marriage course. She is the licensed marriage and family therapist, so that's her domain. And we still have access to medical, psychological people that can be referred to. And then I am the person who does the money stuff. And we created a course, and I've gotten so much feedback from these people. These are people, many of them have had divorces in their past. And when they take our course, and it's called I Do for Always for a reason, because we do not want our course participants to become divorce statistics. And of course, money is also one of the top reasons for divorce. So guys, I beg of you, if you know someone or you yourself have had suicidal ideations because your debt is so overwhelming, please, 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 please do something about it. And I'll be the first person who'll be happy to pray for you and refer you along, because mental health is not my forte, but I do have people I can refer to. Trudy Beerman here, raising a major alarm because somebody needs to hear this today. I do love you, and I do look forward to connecting with you.